Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello,
How are you?
Doctor.
Hello.
Hello. Are we good?
How are you?
Yeah, seems we are doing great. It seems that, well, with me, 6 people are here. We can start either ways, which will be great. So, how are you and how is everyone?
Thank you. I'm fine.
Good. So, everybody can hear me clearly?
Yeah.
Good. So I believe that most of you are not opening the video, but that's totally fine because I'm the only one to open my video. That's super awkward.
Okay, I'll turn on it. I'll turn on it.
That's totally fine. So just if you give me hello.
Hello, you alright?
I'm good, thank you. If you give me a moment, Eva, let me just talk in Kurdish a bit. فڵاتان لەبێ بەڕێزان وەکو دیار بۆ ئیمڕۆ لەسەر کتێبێک قساکەین کە ئینگلیزیە و کراوەتەوە بە کوردی بەڵام ئەگەر گوێتان لەدەنگمە بەباشی ئەتوانن پێم بڵێن و چات بۆکسێکیش هەیە لە خوارەوە ئەتوان لەو چات بۆکسەیە شت بنووسن ئەگەر قسەکەن ئەتوانن بە کوردی قسە بکەن بەڵام لەبەر ئەوەی من لێرە نەفەر ئینگلیزی لێیە ئەبێت بە هەردوو زمانەکە قسە بکەم بۆیە تکایە feel free to join to speak in English یان بە کوردی بە هەردوو زمانەکە ئێواتوانن I know Asma, you don't have a problem with English. Behnaz, you don't have a problem with English. Eva, do you have a problem with using English?
No, I don't.
Cool. We have Laveen here, so I think she joined us last week and she has no problem with English. Burwa, بإنجليزي قصة بكريت كشات بوتو دروس بيت?
It's okay, Doctor. It's okay.
Good. We have Mr. Kawa Mirza, all the way from Germany. Welcome, Mr. Kawa. And I bet that he's doing PhD in English language, so for sure.
Doctor, can you just hold by English? I think all of us know English well. So
We have
okay,
okay, just let me introduce you because we have Zainab Lala.
Okay.
Zainab Lala, we used to study together, not in the same department, but she's from Algeria or Morocco. I'm not quite sure. She can correct me.
I'm from Algeria. Hello.
Good. Hello, Zainab.
How are you?
I'm super good. Thank you so much. And
Thank you.
we have Kano. I'm not sure who this Kano could be. Kano, can you say something? Kano, بكردية تواني قصبتيتي عن بإنجليزي. Would you mind, if you can, mute yourself, or I have to mute everybody? Please mute yourself. That's super great. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay. If you have any problem with English, اگر هیچ کێشێکتان هەر کێشێکتانەیە لەگەڵ ئینگلیزیە ئێوە ئەتوانن بە کوردی قسە بکەن مێشوو لەوازمان لێ نایە ئەتوانن بە کوردی قسە بکەن but I have to speak in both languages, Kurdish and English. So I will not take so much of your time because we have 40 minutes Zoom program. Today's book is Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer. I think there is a big problem when they translate it to Kurdish. Well, with gratitude to the one who translated, but the madam who translated, she translated as who stole my cheese. actually is not stall, it's move. کێ پەنیرەکەی لا داوم یا کێ پەنیرەکەی لا بردووم rather than نەک کێ پەنیرەکەی دزیوم وابزان بە کوردەکەی ئەوەیە. Okay, so I will leave the ground, the floor for you guys. Tell me, what did you learn, and I will ask you. بەڵێ کێ پەنیرەکەی بردووم بەڵام it's not about بردووم. But in English we don't say.
Sorry, but
Hello? You can start. If you want to talk, you can start, please. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. So I tell you to say something, to speak out. Just tell me what you learned from that book.
Sorry, just can you mention the name and ask them if they have any comment or not, because it's better way.
Well, we have different people here. We have up to 9 people here. They can talk if they want to say anything. They can talk about the book. We have Eva here. Oh, okay, Asma. We have someone raised her hand. Yes, dear Asma. Dear Asma.
Doctor, can I say my opinion about it?
Yeah, for sure, because Asma raised her hand. That's why. Yeah, for sure.
So, Doctor, what is the story about the change of your life, change of your goal, change of anything that you want to change, or it is not in your hands? How can you deal with that? So the cheese is a metaphor for what we desire, what our goals. So the cheese can be everything, anything that in our mind. So we follow the cheese, or we follow our goal because we feel happy about that. So we want to achieve that goal because we want to feel happy about this, and we must know where we spend our time to find our goal. That's all about the aim of your life, how to deal with the change of everything that surround with you. That's what I learned from it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Burwal. So any other one who read the book?
I've read the book.
Good. So Eva, can you tell us what did you learn, or what was so impressive about the book?
Oh, me or someone? I thought someone started talking.
I don't know who was the person who said I read the book.
I did. Lavin.
Yeah, she did.
Okay, sorry, Lavin.
I did too, but I'll go after her.
It's okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, dear Lavin.
She's muted.
Because I unmuted all, so nobody is muted with me. I just believe that Lavin muted herself. Okay, we will come back to Lavin once she wanted to say something, because I didn't mute anyone. Eva, you can go.
Okay. I mean, I thought it was quite interesting how, I guess in the beginning, the story about how finally when the 2 little people realized that the cheese was missing, at first they thought it was kind of abrupt, but then you know, in retrospect, like, I guess on your way to achieve these dreams, on your way to like chase the cheese, like things do change a little bit at a time, but sometimes like when you're so focused on the cheese, you kind of lose sight of, you know, things that are getting in the way. So yeah, learning how to be adaptable is like very important, I think. That's what I got out of it.
Thank you so much. Who else read the book? Anas, did you read the book?
Actually, no, but I read an overview in Google, but it was interesting because I'm a student now and I have virtual exams, so I haven't had the time to read all of it. But I know the overview of the book, and I was interested about the, you know, about the flexibility and adaptive person to be flexible with things when they change. And I have a daughter which is very flexible. When the situation getting different or getting worse or getting better, she's really adaptive to everything, and she doesn't have any moaning or she doesn't have any tantrum. So I was always thinking that how adaptive she is, and I was thinking maybe it's in myself, but I can't see it in myself as well. So being adaptive and flexible is really important because life is changing and depend on the change. Sometimes the change is getting better or it's getting worse. So we have to expect everything in our life, especially in this situation where there's a lockdown and everything is turned upside down. So we have to be adaptive a little bit in a different way, you know. And this book is interesting. It's really good in this time, to be honest.
Well, lucky me to choose this book in this time.
because we never experienced to stay in home, to be honest, because we spent all our time in office or outside in the park or in the office in working in different venues, but we never spent all the time in home. I never did that. Especially me, I never did that. And when I was studying in the library, but there is no library, there is no school, no college, no university, so everything has changed. And in a short of time, all our life is changed dramatically. So we have to have some flexibility to adapt with the situation, especially when the authority is giving some warning to not go out every time for where we need something. Or sometimes I was about to go out, but I say no, it's not meant to be to go out in this time, because this time is not like previous time. So it's a bit like adapting to the situation. But now this week I'm much better than the week before, because the last week I was really suffering. I was having depression, and I said, why should I stay in home that much? And now this week I'm settling down a bit more. So it's really being adaptive and flexible to the situation is really important for our sanity, especially.
Well, thank you so much. I will come back to all of you with a bunch of questions if we have enough time. I think Lavin is here. Lavin, do you want to share your ideas with us?
Oh, sorry. Yes. Well, I've learned that I have to accept things.
Only that one? I think Lavin just disappeared again. Zainab, did you read the book?
Actually, I didn't read the book.
Okay, so it's a question time.
Yeah.
How can we change ourselves to be adaptable? Can you give us some criteria, some rules, some point of views that how can we adaptable? How can we change ourselves to be more adaptive, to be more adaptable with different situations?
I start?
Give a go, ladies first.
Okay. So I don't know. I think many people don't like to change themselves, but the problem was because we born like that. We are living in society like that. So we have our habits. But I think for me is sometimes where for me, for example, when I went to China, I changed a lot of my idea about people, about my life. I changed all the things. So I think everyone have to do an experience to change, to have to change her ideas and like that.
Anyone else?
Can I speak?
Yeah, for sure. Dear Asma, can I give the room to Asma, please? A bit, and I will come back to you. Dear Asma, do you want to say something?
Yeah. Yes.
Go
How
ahead, please.
can we adapt or the most important thing that I want to say, we are need to be not afraid anything that came our road. We should say, if we are not afraid, what should we do? We need to keep going for our goals. For everything that's come to our life, we need to have a power that to overcome by them. Teacher, you promised us to for this time we can speak Kurdish.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
prepared my and I yes, and I prepared myself in Kurdish way.
زۆر ئاساییە گیانی من ئەتوانی بە کوردی قسە بکەیت زۆر ئاساییە بە کوردی پێمان بڵێ زۆر ئاساییە چونکەوانە هیچی کێشەنی تەنها ئێڤای تایە کە لێرە کوردی تێناگات لەگەڵ زەینەبات دوایەوە ئەتوانم پێیان بڵێم. Dear Zainab and dear Eva, it's supposed to be a Kurdish, part of it should be Kurdish, so please, we give the chance to Asma to speak in Kurdish also, okay? Thank you so much. چۆن خۆمان بگونجێنین چۆن وا بکەین کە ئێمە لە ڕۆژێکین لە ڕۆژێک نەک ئیمڕۆ کەرەنتین تەواو بێت کۆرۆنا تەواو بێت چۆن خۆمان بگونجێنین لەگەڵ بارە جیاجیەکانی ژیان.
باش سەرەتا پێش هەموو شتێ ئێمە وەکو مرۆڤانێک پێویستە خۆمان لەگەڵ یعنی هەر هەموو شتێ بگونجێنین کە دێتە ڕێمان. چۆن ئەتوانی خۆمان بگونجێنین و چۆن بتوانین قەنەعەت بە خۆمان بێنین کە ڕابین لەگەڵ ئەو وەزعە کە هەمانە بۆ هەر شتێک کە دێتە ڕێمان. ئەگەر ئێمە نەترسین چۆن ڕۆدا ئەگەر ئێمە لە هەر شتێک کە دێتە ڕێمان نەترسین ئەو کاتە توانین خۆمان بگونجێنین لەگەڵ دەور و بەرە لەگەڵ ژینگەیە لەگەڵ هەر ناخۆشی و کارەساتێک کە دێتە ڕێمان بۆ ئەم وەزعی ئێستامان بۆ ئەم وەزعی ئێستامان کە ناخۆشترین وەزعە ئەویش مانەوەی لە ماڵەوەم بۆ نمونە ئەتوانین بڵێن خۆمان گونجانووە بەوەی کە بۆ نمە پێشتر کەسانێک بووین هەمیشە لە دەرەوە بووین کارەکانمان نەکرد بە ڕێگەیەکی وە خۆشترین ژیانمان هەبوو بەڵام ئێستا لەبەرەوەی لە ماڵەوەی يعني أبي إما خوام بكونجين شو كوضع كذا قال إما نقول جاي إما خوام لك وضع بكونجين أبي وابكين كبردوام هميشه لما رشلو بينضل ما خوش بإيش با إكسرسايز كردن با كتاب خلنا وب بسير كردني فيلم وأنيميشن ب يعني هشتي ب كبتوان هم استفادة خوام بجاني هم بتوان كذا كان ماني في برا بكين أول زور باش بوي بتوان خوام بكونجين ونك هاي بمص أيوة سابو هم وكاتي ترجع معنا بون ما ندبوني كزور لە کاتەکانی پێشتر کە زۆر زۆرماندۆ پێویست چێژ لەو شتانە وەرگین کەواتە بۆ هەر شتێک کە دێتە ڕێمان بۆی خۆمان بگونجێن پێویستە هەم چێژی لێ وەرگرین هەمیش خۆمان بگونجێن زۆر سپاس سەگە.
دەستە خۆش بێت ئەسماخان. Okay, my next question is about why we have 4 characters. 2 of them are mice that supposed to be much smarter, way more professional than the 2 human. Why we have 2 human and 2 mice, but the mice, they did better than the human being? Why the writer did it in this way? Any idea?
Yes.
Yes, Asma.
ئەوەلی لە زۆربەی ئەو شتانی کە لە بەرچاومانە ئەبینین کە لە ڕۆژانە لە ژیانمانە ئەبینین ڕاستەخوای گەورە بوونەوەریکی وەکو مرۆڤی بە جوانترین و بە گەورەترین شاو دروست کرد بەڵام ئەوەی زۆرترین زەرەرەگەیەنی مرۆڤە کەواتە ئەوەی کە زۆرترین بەهیوابوونیشیە هەر مرۆڤەکان ئاژەڵەکان تا ڕادەیەک زیاتر هەم بە وفاتر هەم کارەکانی خۆیانیش یعنی بە پێی ڕێکوپێکی ژیانیان بەڕێوە بوو بەڵام وەکو مرۆڤ بەردەوام کەم تەرخەمی زیاترە بەهیوابوونی زیاترە بۆیە نووسەر لەم ڕەنگە ئەمە بەڕای من ئەمە هۆکارێکی داناوە بۆی کە مرۆڤەکان زیاتر هیوابوونیان پێوە دیارە.
دەستە خۆش بێت دەسماخان. Yes, بەهناز, Eva, Lavin, Purwa, Kano.
I
What
couldn't understand, sorry. Is the human are adaptive or the mice are adaptive?
The mice.
Well, because the mice
Because I
in the
haven't read
story.
the book, that's why.
No problem. I will clarify it. For Eva, you can clarify it.
Oh no, I was just saying the mice. I don't know. I think the author chose the mice and the humans just so we could have a basis for comparison. And the
So
mice.
we are adaptive like mice. I think that's why most of the experience are on mice as well. It's just like human genies. I think so.
Like instincts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in the book, the mice did better, just because they were relying more on instincts.
Oh.
Right, Irene?
Don't look at me because I will leave the floor to all of you.
Okay.
Everybody in this chat group should speak. بيت هموتان لرقصة كان من تنا idea كانتان ورقرمو. I will just take your ideas and put it down in the chat box, okay? So please, you have 20 minutes to go. The floor is yours.
I thought that the two mice, the first two mice was single-minded and the other two mice, it was more adaptive. That's why when I read the overview of the book, but I didn't know that there are human as well. 2 humans and 2 mice. That's why I'm confused now.
Yeah, it's that there are 4 characters. 2 are mice, 2 are human being. The 2 mice, they adapt with the situation so easily, but the human, they are not adaptive. They are very stubborn. This is the case.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think most of people are stubborn nowadays.
Well, human being.
Yeah.
Human being, yes.
I think also like the thing about resisting change, like for me, working from home, I thought I could never work from home. I just thought it wasn't possible until now, like working from home is my only option. So I think as humans, we get into these habits and we get very stubborn about them. But we can learn how to be more adaptable when that's the only choice we have. You know?
Yeah, I think you can change things when you have plan beforehand. When you have plan, for example, you stay in home. So how do you do your work? So if you go to online and do your work, it's a bunch of plan there. So you are planning number 1, number 2, number 3. What are you doing? So you have a plan to do exercise after work and do some shower or do something and playing with the kids or do something in the garden. So if we have plan, I think we're gonna be more adaptive than if we don't have anything we don't know what to do. So we are sticking to the first option to, for example, to going out, to not staying. So not being adaptive. That's what I'm saying. Because if you don't have a second option or plan B, you can't change yourself. Always you have to have a plan, to have when you have a blueprint of something, you can change quickly and you can't resist to that change anymore.
Zainab, Asma, Lavin, Barwa. I don't hear
Yes.
your voices. Please, it's not a class time. We cannot always mention
Yes.
it. Raise your hand. Just say something. Later, whether you
I
like
think they are resisting. I think they are resisting to be adaptive. I think so.
resisting it, but when I uploaded this video onto YouTube, then you will
Everyone's
be
gonna
the
see
one
it.
to be condemned because your name will appear on my screen. The choice is yours in any language. I know 4 languages: Turkish, Arabic, English, Kurdish. If you know French, we know people here, they know French, they know Spanish, they know Portuguese, they know Chinese also.
The problem is we're all waiting for the others to talk. Like personally, I don't want to cut someone's speech.
It's
So,
not
like, it would
cutting
be
someone's speech, it's you are not in a class, you interrupt them. You
Okay,
have
but that would be rude.
This is not about being rude. We are losing time. We have 40 minutes.
I think I interrupted that Irene and that lady as well.
Make it more friendly, like let people to join us more. Interrupt people. Say, okay, excuse me, I'm totally against you in that.
Yeah, me too as well. It's not cutting, it's interrupting. And sometimes it's interrupting is really good to know to negotiate with the other person more.
Avin, just interrupt it, or Bahnaz will speak all the time and will take all your time.
Could we speak Arabic?
Good, I didn't read the book, otherwise I would chat to you.
You can speak Arabic, Zainab. You can speak Arabic. For sure, you can speak Arabic.
Okay. راح اشرح وجهة نظري. I'm going to explain my point. التغيير يعني how to change your habit. يعني نحن في الحياة نحن في طريقنا إلى البحث عن السعادة. فكل يوم عم نعيشه بيومه. وأنا هيك وجهة نظري، يعني بنبحث عن السعادة، بنبحث عن كل الأشياء اللي النجاح هيك. فبنعيش الحياة، بس ساعات بتصير أشياء فيها تعمل عرقلات، فلازم يكون الإنسان قوي في هذه المرحلة. أكيد يعني it's not easy بالأول. يعني مثلا الموقف تبع الكورونا أو غيره ما كان سهل أول ما سمعنا عنه، مش كان سهل، بس بعدين بتصير تحكي مع حالك أو تزيد ثقافتك أكتر، تشغل نفسك بأشياء، تصير إنه مش معطيه للمشكلة أهمية قد ما تكون الحياة هي المهمة عندك. فشو تقول بيجي يوم وراح نفوتها، راح نعدي هذه المشكلة. أنا في الوقت الحالي أنا كيف بشوف، برغم إنه الصعوبات، يعني أنا من الناس اللي بتحب الطلعات، بتحب الشوبينج every time، بتحب الفريندز every time نلتقي وهيك، بس يعني تلاقيت صعوبة أول شغلة.
Speak in one language. You are kidding. I keep changing between two languages. By the way, Zainab speaks in Arabic. I put down her comments, her points of views in English in the chat box, okay? In case you don't understand.
I don't have any problem. I know Arabic as well, so.
Okay.
One more minute to go there, Zainab.
Okay. هذا اللي حبيت الناس توصل ليه، لأنه في عقبات لازم يكون عندنا إيمان قوي إنه هالعقبات رح نتخطاها بسلام ونروح نكمل حياتنا ونكمل البحث عن السعادة.
Thank you so much, dear Lavin. You can go.
Okay, but what should I talk about? Like, they talked about it, all the points. Like, it's all about accepting the reality, like how to move on, how to go on, adapting yourself to the situation, accepting it, and just move on. And probably you'll find more interesting stuff. Like sometimes we're very afraid, we're scared because we're comfortable with what we have, but we're not always like that. So we always fear to go forward, to explore new things, to, I don't know, experience more.
I will move to another question, but before that, Asma, do you want to say anything? He's terribly, Asma Khan.
But one second.
We have 10 more minutes.
We take care of what you did today is the result of your yesterday's thought, and what you live tomorrow is the result of your today's thought. يعني شيء ما أشتك أمر بيليك نوي يعني بكنوي دوني مان أنجامي أمر معنا وأنجامي سبيني شوي بكنوي أمر معنا كوات أنا بيس حشتك أما أنا ليش أما نبضش أما جاما ترتاش هوشتي حولي بوبتين يعني كنا واقع أنا كهمنا أو بكنا أتواني بيان كي بواقع.
Thank you so much. Dear Burwa, do you want to say anything? Dear Burwa, do you want to say anything?
Yeah. I just add one point. We must be ready to change. We must prepare ourselves for changes. No matter what we are, someday our lives will change. So we must be ready and use it with it. So, and adapt to change quickly, move or lose. That's the common move or lose, because we must, if we don't move with the change, so maybe our lives will to be nothing.
Okay, we have 8 more minutes. Everybody can take 2 minutes to talk about something which I'm asking now. How can you enjoy this right moment and
Not fearing future.
satisfy? How can you enjoy this right moment and satisfy with what you have?
Overcoming your fear, I believe. If you overcome your fear, and then you can enjoy, you can actually enjoy. Like stop thinking of the negative things. You can, like if you stop thinking, oh, what if I do this and that happens? What if this and that? If you actually stop that, then you can actually enjoy your time. I believe that.
Good.
Yeah, it's all about fear. Like I think fear always stops us from everything.
Dereva, can you
Like
continue?
in the book, like Ham, I think it was Ham, he was so afraid to look for another cheese to go forward. It was because of fear he stopped. And who knows, he probably died there, starving.
Well,
And
this is, we have to ask the writer. Yes, Deborah.
doctor, we must accept our life. So it is the main key, I think.
That's my point. How can we satisfy with what we have?
So we must look around. We have families, we have shelters, we have many things that we can be satisfied with it. So there's no point to be pessimistic.
Rahnas?
I think satisfaction is really hard at the moment, but we have to adapt it. But when you have a schedule or a timetable for you for the day, I think you have a bit of satisfaction. At least you've done something good in your daily lives. For example, me as a student, I'm doing my homeworks and I'm doing my assignments, and it's a bit of satisfaction that I'm doing my work online. So it's giving me a bit of rest when I go back to work. But overall, there is no satisfaction, to be honest, at the moment. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that everything is getting better, and I'm optimistic about that. So I don't have any fear, even if our country is getting to a bad situation and it's getting worse in every day and day. But I'm really optimistic about that. I think there will be one day we are going out to our work and we're gonna be as normal as before. So, but I have a plan for every day. I have a times table when I'm waking up from my bed. I know what I do for the day, and I'm not spending all my day on TV or doing games or doing nothing. But I do something that helps me when I go back to work. When I go out, I have done something which is good. For example, I never went through my dictionaries because I'm doing a law course. I never went to be honest, I never went to the dictionary for law. But now, because I have done my assignments and I have to do the dictionary, I have to get through the dictionary. So I'm doing my overview on the dictionary, and I'm learning lots of new vocabularies for law and legal terms that I'm using in the court and in the proceedings, in the legal proceedings. So I'm spending my money, my time as my money. When I'm spending my money, I'm spending it wisely. So I'm spending my time as well wisely at the moment.
Dear Eva.
So I think that in terms of experiencing every moment, I agree with what people are saying about you can't have fear, and also you can't worry about things that you can't control. You can only focus on what you can control. And I think the important thing is also like going into everything and not making any assumptions or not thinking that you know how it's going to go, because that really helps you just have an open mind. That helps you like enjoy all the moments as they come.
Dear Zainab, thank you so much, Teresa.
Yes, I agree with all of you. We have to accept this situation. For me, I just accept it. As a teacher, I do my work online with my students. I try to learn something new. For example, now I'm continuing to learn Chinese, and I learn new words in Turkish. And
Wow.
before
Best
I
of
didn't
luck.
know. Before I didn't. Yes. Sorry.
You're more like a radio.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I try to do something good at cooking. I try to cook some cakes and so on.
Okay, so dear Barat, dear Asma, do you want to add anything?
No, thank you.
Doctor, what as I write
Dear
it,
Asma, you can speak in Kurdish. That's totally fine. Asaya bakudi qsab kamin yaksar wani to kan ba yaksar ba English nus mozo rasay.
Doctor,
Yes,
Doctor,
dear.
as I write it, we don't know our fate, so we can write it by ourselves. So we can do whatever we like. That's the main point.
Well, we don't always depend on fate, because if you always depend on fate, you have to sit down at home and wait for death.
Yeah, that's my point. We don't know, so we must change.
Yeah, for sure. Asma, hiç de boten?
مش هلا قري زوجي هاريانم بيوستا خما بقول جين لقلو باردو خيك يا همانو وقاعد بين فيه وهزاتي شغلين فعشان تيجي خما بس.
That's خوش.
باشا همي هرالي خود بگونجنه چون خودت گونجنی. Why we never ask about that? How to adapt yourself?
As I said,
The
if you have
situation.
a plan overhead, you can change, because you can't change in a flick of hand. You can't change quickly. You can't. If you have a plan overhead, if you know what to do instead of going out or doing something, if you have a plan, you can change quickly.
I'm sorry, the meeting will be over in few seconds. I'm really glad that I meet
Good
you.
night.
Wait a minute. If it didn't,
Bye. Wait, Irene, you're muted.
we have less than a minute. I'm super glad. But tomorrow I will have Instagram Live from 11 p.m. I will post it on my public accounts. It was super awesome having you around, and I'm really glad. I will
Thank
post,
you.
I will
Thank
post
you.
the book for next week, okay? I will post the book for next week. And هولم كتابي حفظي دا توش تكبر بعد وسمعنا كده اسمع كده. In both languages we can find it. But
It can
please,
be short
read
book.
the book. Read the book, not only the summary or the plot. Okay,
You have any short book?
I will put something very interesting. Trust me, it's a very short.
Really?
Like, yeah, it's totally amazing by
Good.
Tolstoy.
But please, Irene, post it earlier to read it, because